Hi guys, welcome back to the Technology.Paint World channel. Good evening everybody. In my last video, I discussed about the red oxide primer and top coat for metal surface. Today, I will discuss about the manufacturing and of paints. First of all, I discuss about the dispersions of the pigment in the vehicle. The dispersion of the pigments in the vehicles and this method in use for accomplishing these in paint phase of paint production. The function of the production departments is to produce the satisfactory paint on specified schedule and at the lowest possible cost. So, first of all, the dispersion of the pigment in the vehicle and the second step is the grinding the paste on a mill until the aggregates are broken down as indicated by the fineness of grind test using Hegman gauge. Before grinding, we make the paste, mixing the pigments with sufficient vehicle to make a paste that has the correct consistency for grinding. After getting the fineness of grind, and we start letting down the ground paste with the remainder of the material in the formula, and after let down the tinting is done batch to batch, depends on the color or shade. As per the shade, we add the defined color in the batch. Testing to determine the physical properties and performance requirements. After testing, the staining is started and started filling and packaging for the dispatch. For making the paint uniformity in batch to batch, we have to handle the production procedure carefully, and specifications of the paint comply with the paint features after getting the proper testing. For if we consider about the infrastructural aspects of the paint factory, generally multi-storage building is required because it is necessary to use the gravity for the paint flow. The mixer is fitted in the top floor of the multi-storage building, and pigments and powders are stored in the top floor, and vehicle and solvents are stored in the tanks in the defined building, and it is supplied to the mixer through the pipeline. Separate pipelines are used from the tanks. If we supply the emulsions and water-based vehicle to the mixer, then the pipeline should be made up of stainless steel so as to avoid the rusting of the pipeline. In some cases, there are the inert gas inside the vehicle tank to prevent the skinning of the medium or vehicle inside the tank, and after proper pressure of the inert gas, the vehicle passes to the mixer. After making the mixer is dropped into the second floor where there is a mill. After proper dispersion and milling, it is laid down in the tank, and after tinting, the paint material flows down into the first floor where the packaging or filling is started for shipment or dispatch. This is the infrastructural aspects of the industrial paint factories. What are the machineries are used in the paint factories? For dispersion of pigments in the vehicle, generally used the steel ball mill or ball mill, and sometimes pebble mill is used, sand grinder is used, attriter is used, roller mill is used. All these machines are used as a grinding machines for dispersion of the pigment in the vehicle. In case of ball mill, there is a cylindrical steel ball mill. Inside it, there is the steel ball which is used for dispersion or grinding of the aggregates of the pigments, and there is a shear force between the balls which grind the pigments. For the cascading action of the steel balls coming from upward to the downward directions. As per the picture it is shown, this is the ball mill, this is the ball mill, this is the buckle bars. All these are the steel balls here, steel balls. The fastest grinding action here, and mill rotating in these directions. When the steel balls are coming here, all the steel balls are locked here. This locking is due to the prevention of wear on the shell of the ball mill. So this shear force between the balls for cascading action of the balls, these pigments aggregates broken and pigments are dispersed in the vehicle. The steel ball diameter is nearly about 5 by 8 inch. In case of pebble mill, it is 1 to 1.5 inch diameter for the pebble. The principal factors which affect the efficiency of ball and pebble mills are speed of rotation, that is the RPM of the ball mill. Generally for 6 feet diameter, it is 16 to 19 RPM is required for ball mill, and relative volume of the grinding media and batch, size and density of the grinding media, and consistency of the batch. All these factors are required for grinding in the steel ball mill. This is the picture of attriter, diagram of attriter, where there is a small porcelain balls are there, and this is the bars. When it rotates, the porcelain balls also move, and there is a grinding of the pigments between these porcelain balls. The batch is pumped from the lower side of the actuator to the upper side of the actuator, and after getting the fineness of grind, for finished paints it is 7 plus Hegman gauge is required, and after getting the proper dispersions and fineness of grinds, fineness of grind is tested in the Hegman gauge. Then it is unloaded and laid down is done, thinning is done, and tinting is done, and after tinting it is stained and filled and packaged. So guys, the main important stages of the paint manufacturing is the dispersion of the pigments or grinding of the pigments, dispersion of the pigments in the vehicle and grinding of the pigments, and after grinding, thinning with the remaining amounts of vehicles and additives and solvents, and after completions of the laid down, the tinting is done, the defined color shade is made, and then filling is done. This is the total procedure of the filling manufacturing of the paints. In case of ball mill, the critical speed is important. What is critical speed? This is the speed at which the centrifugal force acting on the charge are balanced by the centripetal force. 50% of critical speed is required for the rotating of the ball mill. If the ball mill 6 feet diameter ball mill is rotated much faster than the 16 to 19 rpm, then centrifugal force throw the charge against the inside periphery, where it becomes immobilized and dispersion cannot be obtained. So dispersion is a very important for the breaking the aggregates of the pigments and grindness. So guys, today I discussed about the paint manufacturing and different machineries used for the paint manufacturing. Mixer, ball mill, sand mill, actuator. Next video I will discuss about the paint defects. If you like my video, please give like to my channel and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. God bless you.